Hey everybody, this is Andrew from T is for Tech, and today I am unboxing and taking a look at the Basilisk X Hyperspeed mouse from Razer. Now, I was looking at Razer's mice just recently because I did purchase the Razer Huntsman Elite keyboard, which you can take a look at in the card above, and basically really am enjoying the Razer hardware. The keyboard's awesome, really great. I did a couple other videos about replacement PBT keycaps and metallic keycaps and all that. So I kind of want to round out my Razer gaming setup with a mouse. Now, I didn't see the need to spend, it's basically triple the amount of money for the other version of this, the Basilisk Ultimate. It has the chroma lighting and a few different things. Has some optical switches and some other stuff, and I just didn't think I would need that. So I did go for this, which is right around $50, $60, depending if you can get it on sale. Uses the Razer Hyperspeed connection, wireless technology, which includes a little dongle, or it can also act as a Bluetooth if you don't want to use the dongle or don't have extra port or whatever. I don't know what the reason would be. But you can use it as just a regular Bluetooth, or you can use it with the Hyperspeed dongle, which they're saying is 25% faster than other wireless connections. Has Razer mechanical mouse switches, which are durable up to 50 million clicks. Has 6 programmable buttons. It has onboard DPI storage, so your settings for the DPI settings can be programmed into the mouse, so you don't have to have the Razer Synapse software on a computer if you're taking this somewhere else and you want to still have your settings. Ultra long battery life for up to 450 hours of battery, and has the ultra fast Razer Hyperspeed wireless technology. So what we're going to do today is just do a quick unboxing, take a look at this, and then I'll jump over to the computer and give you some of my thoughts after using it connected to my gaming computer. And we'll compare it to the mouse that I'm currently using on my desktop, which is, this is actually a really good mouse as well. It's not necessarily a gaming mouse, but it's the Logitech M720, and I really do like this mouse. Just has a really good feel. The scroll wheel, now obviously doesn't have adjustable DPI or anything like that. But this is a great, less expensive mouse. I think this, depending where you get it on sale, you can get it in the low $20 range. And it's been a pretty decent mouse. Now, I also did a review a while back on an HP Omen mouse, the Omen Photon, which you can also link to the card above. That one got pilfered by my son. He's been using that on his computer. Another great mouse, the Omen by HP, the Photon. Wireless, really great mouse. I lost that because he stole it from me. so this one, it will be for me. Get a little bit of information, and then basically just the mouse and a battery. And I do like how they give you an Energizer Max battery versus some of the other things you'll get with off-brand no-name batteries, so hopefully this will be a good one, last a while. And the first thing I noticed right away is the mouse is pretty light, actually. I mean, the battery will add a little bit of weight, but it's pretty lightweight. Yeah, it's got a nice kind of thumb rest built in on the side here. Can see a little bit of a rubber grippy material, a couple buttons there. Yeah, so overall feels really good in my hand. I mean, my hands are not small, but it doesn't feel too small for me or too big. And it's similar in basically the style of the mouse I've been used to. just the overall shape is pretty similar. So it feels natural, or at least I'm used to it. So if you look at the bottom, you have your switch here for Bluetooth or the 2.4, and I'm assuming the middle position is off. You put the 2.4. You open this up. You can pop this off, and then here's your little dongle. You can store it inside, and this is just attached by magnets, it seems, so that it just kind of pops right off. And then battery goes in just like that. And this just fits nicely there. Nice positive click feel. Yeah. So like this, again, like this is a no frills kind of version of the more expensive one. The Basilisk Ultimate, I believe, is pretty much the same form factor, except it has something like the chroma, like the logo lights up and you can change some of the colors there. I also believe it's rechargeable. You can plug, it has a little base that you can plug in and charge from. It might have a few extra buttons as well, but again, yeah, I'm not really one for programming 20 buttons on my mouse or anything like that. I just want something that has a nice feel, nice form factor for my hand, and a nice positive feel click buttons and the scroll wheel, which this basically fulfills all of the bare requirements or the basic requirements that I have for a mouse. And the price is not too terrible from just an expense standpoint. Yeah, I just don't really see, unless you're really into gaming, spending over $100, $150 for a mouse seems a little excessive. Don't know if it's 3 times as good as this. If I have the opportunity to review that in the future, I will take a look at it. But like I said, right now this seemed to be a fairly good value for what you get. So let's jump over to the computer and I'll talk a little bit more about this and give you some of my thoughts after using it for a few days in some different games. Hey, so I'm in the Razer software, and basically you want to jump into the Razer Synapse to get to the different settings. And so you can see here we have the mouse settings now that I have the Razer Basilisk installed and working on my computer. And you can see here I also have my Huntsman Elite also set up in the software. So you can basically look at the devices and all the different stuff in the software. There's a million different things you can do with this. But what we'll do real quick is just take a look at this. So as you can see, you obviously have your left click, right click, scroll up, scroll down, the actual scroll click. So when you push in the scroll button, and then you have a couple extra mouse buttons on the side. And then you have this button here you can use to cycle sensitivity settings, or you can actually, do something else, right? With that button as well. Now, the cool thing is with the Razer Synapse software, you can enable a hotkey for hypershift. So then if you do hypershift, basically you can bind a key to on your keyboard basically to enable this hypershift mode, and then you can program in a whole bunch of different things for left click, right click, scroll, all the different buttons, right? You can have them equate to different you can make macros, you can do all kinds of different stuff in a hypershift mode. So if you want to do that and keep track of it in your head of your favorite hypershifted key settings, you can do that as well here. I'll probably play with that a little bit more later. So to remap some of these, you can just go here and do right click, and then you can do whatever you want. You can create a keyboard function, like what is a mouse function. You can make it to change sensitivity, assign a macro, a bunch of different things, right? Launch program, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So or even disable it if you don't want to use it. So just a ton of things you can do for each of these keys. And then, like I said, if you enable the hypershift, you can actually then even add more combinations of things that you'd like to do. On the performance, you can set the sensitivity stages, or turn it off, right? And just have one DPI, dots per inch sensitivity on the mouse. But you can also have multiple stages. Right now I'm in a stage of 2400 DPI, which for me is like a good just everyday computing mouse speed and resolution. It feels kind of natural to me. But then you can do that, and then you can switch the settings just by clicking and toggling the center mouse button there, or the button on the mouse right below the scroll wheel. So here I'm kind of just tabbing through these, and you can set each one however you like. And you can change the number of stages if you want, if you only want 3 or if you want 5, etc. So there's a bunch of different things you can do on the sensitivity. You can change the polling rate, so how often does the mouse update data. You can click and go to your Windows mouse properties, etc. You can see like the battery life here also on the screen, and then calibration. If you have a smart tracking surface, you can, if you have a Razer Surface Profile mouse mat, you can set up with that. I don't. I just have basically my desk mat. So the default is no calibration. And then you can set wireless power saving. So if the mouse is just sitting there for a certain amount of time, you can enable sleep mode based on that. So that's basically all the settings that you have here within the Synapse software for the mouse. And like I said, lots of customizability of this mouse. And I have to say, it really feels good. I've been using it for the last 2.5 days, and it's just really, really a nice mouse. It's smooth. It works well. It fits my hand really well, and I've been enjoying it. I also have used it in a couple different games of Fortnite and tweaked some of the things there, and it's just a great mouse. So if you have any questions, go ahead and post those below. If you like this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up. If you really like the video, please consider subscribing. I'm trying to get my subscribers up this year. My goal for 2020 is to get to 10,000 subscribers. I'm at low 3,000s right now. I mean, doesn't seem impossible maybe to get to 10,000 subs. So if you guys really would love to get more content from the channel, I appreciate the support. This is Andrew from TS for Tech. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.